In this demonstration, you'll learn about Certipy, a penetration testing tool that can be used to leverage weaknesses within Active Directory certificate services. So the first thing that I want to make a note of is that the newer version of Certipy is now called Certipy-AD. So if I do a Certipy-AD command all by itself, it'll display the help for the command. Or you could use the Certipy-AD-H to display the help if you wanted to. But typing the command all by itself without any parameters will display the help. And they show you the general syntax. So it's Certipy-AD. Again, the older version was just called Certipy, but now it's Certipy-AD. And then they show you your command switches that you can use. And then the actual commands. So there's an account command you can use. There's an auth command for authentication. There's a CA command. There's a cert command, and so on. And then what they do is they give you a list here in the help of what the general purpose of each of those commands are. So the account command will manage user and machine accounts, whereas the auth command will authenticate using certificates. The CA command will manage CA and certificates, and so on. I want you to notice that there is a find command because that's going to be our first command that we use. And the find command is used to enumerate through Active Directory certificate services. And also notice that we do have a request command as well, which is used to request a certificate. And those are two examples of commands that we're going to use here in this demonstration. So I'm just going to clear the screen. So that's how we display the help. So note that we did see that there was a find command that we want to use. So what you can do is you can do Certipy-AD, use the find command. If I've never used that command before, I want to do a -H on that to get the help of the find command specifically. And you can do that with each of the commands. So when I look at the help for the Certipy-AD find command, they give you a list of all the options with an explanation of what each of the parameters or what each of the options do. So that's important to kind of know as we get started here. So I'm going to clear that screen. So I do want to use the find command. So I'm going to use Certipy-AD space find. Now when I use the find command, what I'm going to do is I'm going to authenticate with a user account. So tsmith@quick24/7.loc. The password for that account is capital PA $$W0RD. So that username and password you would have obtained in an earlier step within your penetration test. Right? I do want to stress that this is just a regular user account. So one of the things with certificate services is that users can send search requests and discover information about certificate services and its vulnerabilities. So I'm going to specify the IP address of the domain controller, again, which you would have discovered earlier on in the penetration test. So the IP address of the domain controller is 10.0.0.1. So I hit enter, and basically what happens here is Certipy goes and contacts Active Directory and discovers information about certificate services. So the vulnerabilities that it can leverage come from vulnerabilities within what we call certificate templates. A certificate template is a basis for different types of certificates that can exist. So for instance, a user certificate is generated from a certificate template called user. A server certificate, which you can use for server applications, let's say, it is generated from a server certificate template. So every certificate that's generated in certificate services is based off a template. So the template defines the types of certificates that can exist. And then the other thing is the certificate template contains the options or settings for that type of certificate. So my point here is a lot of the vulnerabilities come from these certificate templates. So it says that it's finding certificate templates. It found 34 certificate templates. It also found the certificate authority. So it found one certificate authority. The certificate authority, or the CA, is the entity that's going to issue out certificates within our PKI infrastructure here. Perfect. So it kind of gives you just a little bit of info on that. It says got CA configuration for server A. So server A is the actual CA. And then it specifies that it's basically outputted the information to a Bloodhound file, or it also outputted to a text file that we could view. So I just want to view this. This is going to be a huge file, but just to show you, we're going to use cat space 2024. I'm just trying to think how I can, let me go to a previous command to save me from typing all those numbers out. And then I'll just update it somewhere here. There we go. So 2024-1219, and then it's 132138. So it's based off the date and time. So when you're running this on your own system, you'll have a different file name. The great thing is they tell you the file name right there on the screen. So I just got to make sure I have no typos as I type that out. So I'm going to double check it here. 2024-1219. 132138 underscore certipy.txt. Perfect. So like I said, this is going to be a huge file. And when I scroll up, not insanely huge, but I just want to scroll up, show you the contents of the file. Okay, so I'm at the top here. There's me issuing the cat command to display the contents of a text file. There's the name of the text file. So in the contents of the text file, they do show you information about certificate services. So this is important information that I need to collect and document. So the name of the CA is server A, and I'm going to need to know that in my next couple commands, or I'm going to have to supply that, I should say, in my next couple commands. The DNS name for this certificate authority, or CA, is servera.quick24by7.loc. They show some information about the certificate server there. Perfect. And then when I scroll down, they show some permissions. So the owner is administrators, access rights. These are the people that can enroll certificates, so authenticated users, read certificates, manage certificates. Authenticated users can manage certificates and manage the CA. Notice that authenticated users can, which is not normal. So I did basically unsecure the CA so that the demo would work. So what they're doing here now is they're going to show you some vulnerabilities. And this is what's great about this Certipy tool, is that it's going to list out different vulnerabilities. The vulnerabilities are actually identified by an ESC number. So each number identifies a different type of vulnerability. So ESC7 means that authenticated users have dangerous permissions, or I shouldn't say specifically authenticated users. Somebody's been granted dangerous permissions and they're identifying what group it is. So if I'm assessing the security of the CA, I would make note of that vulnerability and I would want to lock things down a little bit, right? So I would go and find out, okay, why do authenticated users have the extended capabilities or permissions here? And can we remove those? And those permissions should be removed. ESC8 is the fact that the web enrollment tool is enabled. That's a website that allows people to request certificates. Now, remember we said that a certificate template is a definition for a type of certificate that can be created or issued by the CA. So now what they're going to do is they're going to list out, and this is why the output is so long here, they're going to list out each certificate template and information about each template. So the very first template is called Quick 24x7 user. Again, I'm making a note of that because that's something I'm going to supply in one of my future commands, okay? And then down below, they'll give you information about that template. So server A, it is an enabled template, which is important. It's used for client authentication, so for clients to authenticate to the network, and so on. And they go and show permissions on this template. And again, all the information about each template. So then they show the vulnerabilities. So this is the vulnerability that I want to exploit here is the ESC1 vulnerability. So they're saying, hey, this certificate template is vulnerable to ESC1, which is the fact that domain users and authenticated users can enroll or create a certificate off of that template. And what's important here is I can do that for an administrative type account. So the purpose of this demo is I'm going to request a certificate as Tom, as T. Smith, who's a regular user, and I'm going to request a certificate for the administrator. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to obtain the password hash from that request so that I can then turn around and crack the password of the administrator account. That's our vulnerability here. So they do show each of the templates. I'm not going to go through every one of these templates, but basically that's what you're seeing here in the output. Now, my point is that output is very long. So what I can do is I can shorten that up a little bit by saying, let me use my up arrow key. So Certipy AD, I want to find information about our certificate services environment, but specifically, I want to find information about certificates that are vulnerable. And then I supply my username and password. And again, I'm just logging in as the T. Smith account and then hit enter. Now, my point here with this example is because I've added the dash vulnerable switch, the output is going to be much shorter. So what I'll do here is I'll cat that out, which should be 12.19.133.010 underscore certipy.text. Okay, so let me display this text, this information out. And I want you to see here the output is quite a bit smaller. Like I had to scroll up for quite a bit of time there a few minutes ago because I was getting all kinds of information. Now I'm just saying, show me vulnerable information. You do get information about the CA, the certificate authority. So I do need to know what the name of the CA is and what the DNS name is. That'll be important for my next two commands. And then down below here, notice that they do show the vulnerabilities with the CA, and they show the certificate template, the quick 24/7 user certificate template, and they show its vulnerabilities as well. So it's vulnerable to ESC1, which means that authenticated users can enroll a certificate and supply a subject name. Perfect. So that's the first thing. The find command was used to discover information about certificate services environment and also discover vulnerabilities with that environment. Very cool. So our next command is we're going to request as Tom, which is just a plain old user, we're going to request a certificate for the administrator. Okay, so our next command is certipy-ad. This time, instead of the find command, we're going to request a certificate. And we're going to specify our user credentials. Again, I'm going to impersonate the Tom Smith account. So I supply Tom's credentials, which I would have obtained in a previous step within my pen test. And then we're going to go and supply the password. Then we need to specify the name of the CA. And remember, this information was in the find results. So the name of the CA is server A. And I do want to stress, notice that I'm putting the values of like logon names, passwords, server names in quotes. And a big reason for that is there could be special characters used like the $sign. So you want to make sure it's put in single quotes. That way it's treated as just a string value. I'm going to specify the target server is server a.quick24/7.loc. Again, that information was obtained from the find command. Then we specify the template name. So when we request a certificate, we got to specify what template that defines the type of certificate that's being requested. And it's going to be a user certificate based off of the quick 24/7 user template. I'm using this certificate template because it was vulnerable. And then I'm going to specify the UPN, the user principal name of the account that I'm requesting the certificate for. Notice that I'm supplying the account for the administrator email address. And then I specify the IP address of our domain controller of 10.0.0.1. Hit enter, and it says that it's sending a request for a certificate via RPC communication, successfully requested the certificate in our second line there. Perfect. It says that it got the certificate with the UPN of administrator at quick24x7.loc. And then it saved the certificate and the private key for that account to a file called administrator.pfx. So if I do an ls command here, you can see we do have a file called administrator.pfx. Perfect. So that's the administrator's certificate, which contains the administrator's private key. So the last thing I want to do here is extract the authentication information from that certificate, which will contain the password hash for the account. And the goal here is that with Certipy AD, I can get the password hash, and then you can crack the password hash with your password cracking tools. So my last command, Certipy-AD. This time we're going to use the authentication command, so the auth. I'm going to specify the pfx file, which is administrator.pfx, and the domain controller's IP address is 10.0.0.1. Hit enter. So it says that it has saved the credential cache for the administrator in administrator.ccache. It's trying to retrieve the NT hash for the administrator. It got the hash for the administrator, and here's the hash value. So the point is we could then turn around and crack that with our password cracking tools, which will then give us the password for the administrator account on the network. So in this demonstration, you saw how to use Certipy to identify vulnerabilities in Active Directory certificate services and exploit those vulnerabilities.